Namaste, Jay Bharat. One can say that big people's mistakes are big and so-called great people's mistakes are terribly great. Similar is the situation when you look at some international organizations like the United Nations and now the International Criminal Court. International Criminal Court. The United Nations, they have agencies placed somewhere for different purposes, but many times we see that these agencies are infiltrated by the left liberal Islamists, and the whole purpose is stultified, and they started functioning in their own interest. That's what happens when supply trucks were hijacked by the so-called United Nations agencies was supposed to be distributing it to them, the needy, been hijacked and given to the terrorists for their survival. So this kind of infiltrations they are unable to check. Now, so United Nations at many places becomes like this, some kind of instruments at the hands of these people with nefarious intentions and deceptive objectives. So now look at this International Criminal Court. Isn't it a foolishness to issue arrest warrant to the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu? I would call it as an absolutely foolish thing. They have about 120 nations in their support. You think they will follow your order? That the moment he of course, and also not only the Prime Minister, also the Defense Minister, former Defense Minister, if they put their if they put their step in their nations, they will arrest him. Do they dare such things? And then what's the point of doing this self-defeating kind of work, self-stultifying statements and stuff? For in whose interest? To please whom? People should think that who are they trying to please? Who are they trying to appease? Of course, everyone is trying to appease. Everyone is trying to appease. Some people all over the world, it is. And in Bharat that is terrible. It's terrible. This appeasement's horrible thought has come much recently. It was always there. It was always there. That Waqf kind of thing starts way back in 1920s and strengthened in 50s. Now, according to that, anyone can do anything. No law and order, no justice, no court, no agencies accept they themselves. That's a different issues. I just mentioned it by passing reference because this is an absolute kind of mockery. Similar thing these people do. This International Criminal Court would give issue an arrest warrant. What a foolish thing. If I was there as a judge, I would never do this stupid and foolish things. Because it's not going to work out. Why should you do a thing which bounces back on you, which is self-stultifying, and which turns out to be mockery? Who takes them serious? No one will take them serious. And the nations with this ICC, they themselves wouldn't do it. How can they do it? They wouldn't do it. So, and what are the charges leveled against it? Very one-sided charges. They charge Israel for war crimes, and how about Hamas? First of all, you tell me, who are the Hamas? Who are the Hezbollahs? Which nations do they represent? Which nations do they represent? If they represent a kind of Darul Islam, let them say that first. And let there be a Darul Islam for them to defend. Who do they represent? Do they belong to any nation? It's because Iran's proxy army. Iran wants many proxies because they themselves don't do anything directly. Even Qatar wants some kind of proxy without ever coming into limelight. What is this? Of course, this is what normally is understood by Taqiyya, which is popular in some of their texts. Look at this very funny thing. And many nations keep quiet. They don't react. Because they can't do such a thing. They don't react. What kind of this kind of international agencies will make a mockery of themselves? And what are they trying to do? People don't understand the what? Issuing an arrest warrant. as if they have any authority. First of all, Israel is not a member in the ICC. I don't think Bharat is also a member. We are also not a member. And how can they pass judgments on someone who belongs to a different realm, different category? You may speak about your subjects. Your laws are applicable to your subjects and your citizens. But your laws can't be applicable to someone who is not. It's a different citizen. Similar is the situation here. Someone who doesn't approve of ICC, how can you judge him? And that too partial, one-sided judgment. This Israel has committed war crimes, and the Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Defense Minister are accused of committing war crimes, and no one else has committed war crimes or what? Who started this? Who is unscrupulous with the invasion of Israel, catching children and women, killing them? Who is unscrupulous? Just can't you understand who is unscrupulous and who is just legitimately defending themselves? Yes, in battle many people die. That they had to defend. They did not go attacking. Like Bharat, we never attack anyone. But we will defend if someone is attacking us. Israel was not going after anyone. They were not trying to invade in any place. They had given them all possible freedom and kind of legitimacy. And in spite of that, one sudden morning, they just burst into the land, killing people indiscriminately. Yeah, they do it all over the place. What happened in Mumbai? Remember the Taj Hotel attack. Indiscriminately firing and killing people for what? This is absolutely nonsense. And if you support this kind of things, I don't know what kind of norms you will follow for human existence. Forget about any rules. But there's some kind of human norms that one should live as human beings. These things are not looked into. And you pass orders, judgments, and just go and sleep at home. Absolutely funny, I would say. This is not, I would not say this is appalling or this is not good. It becomes very funny just to make a mockery of yourselves. People try to make a mockery of yourselves. Today people laugh, and how will tomorrow people laugh? They laugh even more intensely. Look at these things. Many times, I think what Shakespeare said is to be taken here with some kind of seriousness. That the whole world is a stage, and he should add the whole world is a stage which filled with clowns. He has not said that, but he should add that stage with clowns. We'll meet again with some other thought. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Shri Ram.